Now, during these last few months, people are starting to shop online more and more because of the pandemic, and that was the case for me personally as well. I'm guessing this is working out fairly well for an online grocery store like Good Food, especially during a major expansion phase of the company.
hmm We just released our third quarter results a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so our sales were up a little bit over 70% year
Wow.
over year. And there's probably about 30% of that was COVID related. And we also announced our very first quarter of profitability. So
Yeah.
with that larger volume of sales, we were able to amortize some fixed costs over that much larger revenue base.
hmm
And that led to the team's very first quarter of profitability. So we're quite happy with that.
That's amazing. Congratulations. And with this sudden increase in demand due to the pandemic, I expect there to be some issues, at least somewhere in the supply chain.
Oh my goodness, so many issues. We had at the peak of the crisis, so at the beginning of April, close to 85% of our fulfillment center employees were scared to come into work
Oh,
and to leave their
geez.
homes and
Yeah.
take public transport. So we actually ended up hiring about 1,000 people in a
Wow.
3-week period to kind of meet the needs of Canadians coast to coast and to run our fulfillment centers.
How'd you do that?
So,
How'd you hire so
well,
many people within?
it was a pretty crazy rush. So we do have an awesome talent acquisition team internally. So
hmm
we have about 20 recruiters that are working full time on recruiting for Good
Yeah.
Food, just on a general basis because the business has been growing pretty quickly over the past few
Right.
years. So we do have a good team of internal talent acquisition specialists.
hmm
Um, and they focus primarily on recruiting from industries that were shut down during the pandemic's crisis, right? So
Okay.
restaurants,
Yeah.
people that were working in the tourism industry. And so it felt good to be able to offer them some work and to be part of the solution. And if you'll remember, there was during 1 week of the pandemic, a million
hmm
Canadians lost their jobs, right? We were able to go out there and offer them jobs. Over time, we've been able to actually maintain those positions, right? So some of the temporary positions
hmm
have been turned into permanent ones.